polls out this morning suggest that neither candidate delivered a knockout blow last night. Amongst debate watchers surveyed by CBS News, 42% said Vance did a better job compared to the 41% who said Walz did. 17% said the debate simply ended in a tie.
And in a CNN poll, 51% rated Vance's performance higher compared to 49% for Walz. But Walz was deemed far more likable than Vance by the same voters. 59% said they viewed Walz favorably, while 41% said the same about Vance.
White House correspondent Serena Marshall joining us now from New York with more on the debate. And by current standards, a normal, civil night last night, despite obviously very sharp differences when it comes to policy.
Yeah, sharp policy differences, that's not surprising with any debate, but what was really surprising, and Rob, you said it earlier, the Midwest nice. No mudslinging. We saw civility on that stage, handshakes, chit-chat, even a bit of agreement on major problems facing the country, both using this as an opportunity to introduce themselves to a national audience. But from the start, Senator Vance did come off more comfortable. Governor Walz took a beat to find his stride, and this was heavy on the policy, not their own, their running mates. Perhaps no issue highlighted the stark difference between these two campaigns more, though, than the last question last night on January 6th. Mr. Vance refused to concede that former President Trump had lost the 2020 election.
Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
That is a damning non-answer.
Perhaps more than anything, Mr. Vance, they're appealing to an audience of one who we know was watching former President Trump during the portion discussing abortion and reproductive rights. The former president weighing in, saying on social media what he wouldn't even say in his own debates, on his own debate stage with Harris, writing, "Everyone knows I would not support a federal abortion ban under any circumstances and would in fact veto it because it is up to the states to decide." Just a flashback reminder there when he was asked if he'd veto one, saying Vance at the time had said he would veto one. Former president on that debate stage said that Mr. Vance doesn't speak for me. They hadn't commented about that. But this morning, looking at those snap polls, there is no clear winner. It's almost an even, perfect split, even as both sides still try to claim victory.
I thought the governor was really strong tonight, and I particularly love the final point of the debate where he and J.D. Vance started talking about democracy and freedom, the rule of law, the peaceful transfer of power. That is what defines America. It separates us from so many other nations. And in the end of the day, we saw that J.D. Vance was slipping and sliding.
Tonight, J.D. just couldn't be better.
Sir,
wouldn't change a thing.
Most of the flash polls, though, show that it's tied, that it didn't really move the needle at all. What would you say is one moment that stood out the most to you?
How about play the entire 90 minutes? I would allow you to play the entire 90 minutes all day, every day until Election Day, and I promise you it's going to move a needle.
Now, this was the last major campaign event before Election Day in 2024. That's the first time that has ever happened, and not having a presidential debate following the vice presidential debate. There is still the question if that even split, though, now will change in the coming days. The vice presidential debate normally takes a back seat to the showdown between the top of the ticket because of the fact that they're followed almost immediately by a presidential debate, normally within a week. But with last night's VP debate now being the last national televised showdown between these two campaigns ahead of November, and we can confirm it does appear that is the case. I asked his team, I asked his son, his chief comms director, if we'd see the former president back on that debate stage. He told me there are no more set, and in fact, the former president even posting on social media saying that he's not going to take another turn at the podium, that they don't think that they need one, doubling down that it won't happen. We have reached out now to Harris's team to see if they have a response to this Truth Social post about a rematch. Harris's team, as of even this past weekend, you guys, trolling the former president for another round on the debate stage. Rob.
All right, White House correspondent Serena Marshall. Thanks, Serena.